Well, hello, footballers. So today we're going to look at the subscriber and have a look at his goal kicks, and just to see if he can, imitate. I guess in this case they put Ederson because he's really good at his goal kicks. They both have power and accuracy, and that's why Guardiola plays him at the back. So this is the second video the subscriber sent me, and you can tell he's already improved a lot. So let's play this clip. Okay, and now here's Ederson. Now Ederson's left-footed, so let's flip it so we can compare it to right foot with right foot. So in the previous video for the subscriber, I mentioned a lot of things with Ederson. So namely, keeping that right hip open, and then locking that ankle, and then you see Ederson kind of like follows through straight and kind of to the left as he follows through and slightly turns that hip. He doesn't turn it too much, just a little bit when he hits the ball, but he keeps that hip open. And when you look at the subscriber, he does pretty much the same thing. It looks very similar. Like there, winds his leg back up. I think I mentioned that in the previous video. Keeps the ankle locked the whole way. He keeps, and very importantly, keeps that hip open. Just closes it slightly. It doesn't close it like that. And then like Ederson, you find you kind of fall straight and slightly curved like that. So, but I guess we could point out a few things with Ederson to see if we can copy it exactly. So let's compare, the final step for the run-up frame by frame with the subscribers. Okay, so you see Ederson with his last step with his right foot, and then it's immediately kind of goes up in the air a little bit, and he brings that arm up like this in just one frame. You see his left arm kind of raise up like this. Now if you look at subscriber, let's see, it looks fairly similar. I find if it seemed like Ederson, it could be hard due to the angle, but it seemed like Ederson has maybe arm more kind of almost in front of the body, and then when he gets to this point, that's where he lifts it aggressively. So let's continue to play the clip to see how that might affect his kicking momentum. So there's a couple of frames when he's up in the air and he winds up to take that kick, and you see that leg is really bent over there. And then as you see the subscriber, similar angle for the leg. One thing that it's a little peculiar. You see, Ederson's left leg, it seems a lot more straight. Now that might, again, it's just something to think about. It might not exactly be too important, but kind of see the subscribers there's Ederson's was a bit more like this, whereas you see the subscribers, it's slightly bent at the leg. Just something to consider. But one thing to really note here is you see when Ederson goes from this position, as soon as he brings that arm up here, then it immediately kind of goes down like this to this angle. Initially goes from just horizontal from being tilted up, and then he comes down and kind of bends a little bit below the shoulder, and then then he brings that arm across as he makes contact with the ball and falls through. If you see the subscriber, again, over here, as he he keeps that arm a lot more up a lot earlier. So let's compare this frame by frame from this step here. So this is at the highest point of his hand for Ederson's arm, like this, and then you see the subscribers is straight like that. And then when he goes up a couple frames like this, just before he's about to hit the ground, it goes from straight to tilted up. We see Ederson's as he comes like this, it kind of comes down like this to be in a horizontal position. And then as the subscriber goes into downswing, yeah, he does bring it down a little bit, so he makes contact, and it goes from here to there. And you see Ederson's, similar thing. Like I think rather than like swing it down like this, he kind of like almost curves his arm in like that. Um, so, that might not actually be too important, but it's just something that you can give a try. Maybe that gives you a bit more accuracy, because I did mention that when Ederson's leg goes like a bit like more like this, his left leg. So I don't know, that gives you a bit more power, and maybe bringing this arm down would give your body a lot more forward momentum rather than maybe, I guess, forcing it to the side, if that makes sense. Okay, so I think this is a better clip to watch Ederson, how he swings his supporting arm. Okay, so as Ederson's like about to take his last couple steps, he's kind of bent over at this point. But you see that left arm? It's kind of like almost in front of him, and like in the middle, bent. And then rather than keep it straight and like bring it up like this, he kind of like goes the other way like this. So you see he brings it up like, and then that's the point where it's a bit more straight, and then as he like actually swings his leg, it kind of like comes in like and curves in like this. So it comes from the front of this body to the highest point of where his hand is, and then you kind of see his hand like swing down like this to across his body. So and they again, rather than keeps it straight, has it bent. And I mean, of course, Ederson does have a bend in his knee, but I see he's a lot more leaning to the side. But I'm not sure if this, keeping his arm this way gives him a lot more like forward momentum for a more powerful kick. Maybe the subscriber can decide for himself. Or maybe when I go to the field, I'll try that and see if that makes a difference. And then you see Ederson kind of like almost like just uses this part to like curve his, to like bring it down. See that elbow is stuck out like this rather than keeping it straight and like swinging it over. So